What's up, guys? I'm Coach Mike, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are getting the Mobile Season 1, the Journey Season, and we have got a lot to talk about, guys. I'm going to go ahead and break down this promo for you, so if you like the content, make sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to drop the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. So let's go ahead and hop into this real quick, break down everything you need to know about the Journey Season, how this is going to work, and we'll see if this is going to end up being kind of the format that we see throughout the year, with EA just dropping a season after a season and just kind of copying this particular structure over and over. So I'm actually going to go to a different way. If you go in here to the solo side and then go into programs, you're actually going to see that there's two different sets here that you can go into. One of them basically just explains how things work, and then the other one is the event. So if you go in here and look at the season, this is kind of the first piece here where you'll see that there is basically an entire path for free-to-play players, and then a separate path for those taking the VIP path. And you'll see that the rewards are quite a bit better if you spend the money. And I'm just going to be honest, guys. Like, this is a massive shift to pay to win. Last year, we saw these seasons where, you know, you could buy these field passes during certain promos, and they sped things up and they helped you along. But at the end of the day, a free-to-play player who grinded their butt off, worked the auction house, could still get things. This is different, guys, because you'll see here, if you go down the free path, the best you can do from going through here and getting all of the achievements is basically an 87 overall Bo Jackson with 50 power. And if you bought the field pass, you get +2 overall and an extra 50 power. So you get 100 power, 89 overall Bo Jackson. So this is the epitome of pay to win, and I'm not sure I like it, but at the same time, we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments down below if you like it. But let's talk about what this works and how you earn points. So there's going to be some live events that you're going to go through that you get points just like anything else. There's some that you do one time, there's some that you can be repeatable, and you basically just keep building up these points to move along. Now let's talk about this VIP field pass real quick, because this is something that I'm sure the community is about to just go ape crap over, because they're really just forcing you to spend money. So in order to really take advantage of this, you need to unlock this $30 pack right here. It's going to give you $30 worth of Madden cash, going to give you some training points, and it's going to give you some program stamina. But if you do not buy this, you cannot get the best rewards out of the program. That's just the bottom line. Now let's take a look at how this actually works. So when you hop into it, you're going to see here that there is this setup where you've got all 32 teams where you're going to go up against. And as of right now, you can only work your way up to this one. You'll see if we worked our way up here, this one is not yet available until September 7th. So we have to wait a few days. So you've got content to grind for 3 days, and then you'll get a little bit more content. It's pretty straightforward. You start with each new section. It's going to cost you 50 program stamina to unlock it. Then you'll be able to do all 4 of these for free, not taking any stamina. And then once you do that, it will open a repeatable live event that you can do. And you can use it to auto win, which is definitely a plus. I love auto win. Not going to hate on you for that, EA. Where you have a chance of getting, the player there. So in this case, it could be Landon Collins. If you don't want Landon Collins and you go over here, you can go for AJ Green and test your luck with kind of auto winning and opening the packs. You're also going to have this 5 versus 5 one, which does not appear to be repeatable, but it will give you more of those the journey PR, whatever they call it, token things here. And then, of course, you do have some sets in here. So basically, if you're free to play, guys, it's really simple. Work your way through all of these. Go ahead and pay your 50 stamina. Do 4 of them with your 200 if you have it saved. You're going to get some of those PR points there. Then I would go through and do this. I'm not going to do that on live events. The other thing that kind of sucks here, you'll see, is you can get these achievements when you finish the chain and you claim it. You're going to get some of these points, right? So you're going to get the journey points there. Going to get a player out of it. And look at that. You even get some stamina. Getting a whole bunch of stuff here as I'm kind of doing this in real time where we get a player. But you'll see here that we do not get the better rewards. This one here is locked. And the only way that you can get access to these, which give you a lot of points, is to spend money. So if you are not spending money on this promo, you are at a disadvantage. And I get it. EA wants to make money. I'm just not sure how I feel about kind of being forced into spending where there's no way. Normally, I like spending to be something that like lets you buy your time back, right? Like you can spend some money and not play 10 hours a day. Or you could just, play 10 hours a day and not have to spend money. The way it's also going to work is there is actually a leaderboard section. So I want to talk about this, guys. As you go up, you will see here there is a leaderboard. You see I have 810 points. Somebody here already has 33,000. This is going to work based on a ladder, basically, right? Like, so if you think of Arena and Overdrive, how they had, a leaderboard there, this is essentially a leaderboard for who's grinding the promo the most. And this does not apply, again, to free. This is good for free-to-play or pay-to-win players, but the pay-to-win players get an automatic advantage, right? Like everybody you see on the leaderboard here who has like 30,000 points like 6 minutes into the promo, they obviously spent the $30 and did things to buy things. Now, as you move up here, you are going to be able to get packs at the end of this, right? That are going to give you things culminating all the way up. For the top 25 players who score the most here are going to get 100 power, 90 overall Bo Jackson Diamond player. As well as all of these other rewards here, stuff to level up in the shop. So it looks like about 100 people total. Whoever the 100 people in the world are who grind the most are going to get a 90 overall, whether they pay or not. Granted, paying will give you guys an advantage, but that's the way that's going to work. And you'll see here the VIP just goes over all of those. So that's the way that's going to work. And in the rewards section, you can get all of the free ones. I assume if you are spending money, that you would get all of them. And I would hope, granted I'm not about to spend money and test this, but I would hope if you do some grinding and then decide a little bit later that you're going to buy it, I would hope that you would get all of the things that you missed right when you open it. That's pretty straightforward with how the promo actually works. You go through, you grind things out, you move forward here, and you auto win those. Now there are some sets, right? So when we look at the actual players that are in here, well, let's first kind of look at the players, right? So you've got these 87s, 86s, and 84s that are basically the captains and the lieutenants here. And there's some decent cards in here. As always in Madden Mobile, as the year goes on, the players are going to get a little bit better in overall and whatnot. And those guys can be obtained via the sets. So if you go in here to the sets, you're going to be able to get certain things. You turn in specific players here, and you will get decade badges for a particular division. And then you can come down here and you can, just like the other program players, you can put in some low ones to get to, you put in 7 lower ones to get the next tier up. So you put in some 71s, you can get a 76. You put in 7 76 or betters, you get an 81. You put in 7 81 or betters, and you will get one of these 86 overalls. That's one way you can go about doing the exchanges. The other way you can do it is you can actually straight up complete one of these sets, right? It's going to take an 81 overall of the Journey program, an 84 overall of the Journey program, and 20 of these Power Rankings badges if you want to get one of the 86s. I do think over the course of the month, a free-to-play player will probably be able to grind out a couple of these. I just started it, obviously, but I can imagine that if you just go in and spend your stamina every day, you can kind of pick and choose a couple of different players, work your way towards those. And similarly, if you're just doing Journey players here, not needing the badges, you can get some of the 84s. And that's one way that you can get those 84s that would be needed. You basically get the lieutenant, and you can turn that lieutenant in to get a captain. I believe they are repeatable sets. Maybe not, but yeah, I mean, I would hope they would be, because I wouldn't want to make an 84 that I may want on my team and then turn it in for an 86. But that's the way it works. There's also some things here where you can just spend your Power Rankings tokens to get yourself a 71 overall player or better. Does not look like it's going to give any option to go better than that. Doesn't look like you can get a luck pull there. You can also trade in program players, right? So if I wanted to trade in program players from other ones, if I spent 200 of my Power Ranking tokens, I could convert those guys into a 71 overall. You can also trade players into badges. So if you wanted to get more badges that you needed for one of the captains, you could do that. And then you could trade in team badges as well as some of those Power Ranking tokens to get Power Ranking badges. So it's absolutely grindable. Basically, your approach each day that you're playing this should be to come in, spend your regular stamina as normal, spend your stamina for programs to go in here. First thing I would say priority-wise, do all of these, right? Like all of these live events, and when these open up over here on the 7th, do all of those, work your way through all 32 teams, see what you get, and then from those, I would say once you've kind of gone through there, you're going to have more program stamina. If this is the program you want to spend it on instead of Legends or the other programs that are out there, I would just say kind of pick that player that you really want the most and see if you can get the shortcut into getting them with a little bit of luck. I did have surprisingly good luck in the fan favorites. I managed to pull 2 of them just from like free-to-play pack opening, from just, auto winning 20 times, collect it. I managed to pull like an 85 and an 84 out of the pack. So hopefully they keep the luck factor similar to that. I've heard a lot of other people did manage to get some pretty good cards out of it without spending money. I anticipate there will be backlash from the community. I don't know how warranted it is because it definitely is a change, but at the same time, you do have to remember EA is, of course, trying to make money. I don't like that there's no way to get those top rewards without doing it, short of just grinding your tail off. As far as tips, if you are, in fact, trying to grind to go further, in the store, guys, you do get some, gems, right? You can't get Madden Cash for free, but you can get gems for free. And there's typically something in here, right, where you can spend, or did they take it away? Nope, it's still here, right? This program stamina where you could spend 500 gems. So if you're playing Arena, Overdrive, things like that, and you're getting a decent income of gems coming into your account, you can use 500 gems up to twice per day to get up to an extra 400 program stamina a day. So if you're trying to grind, to get one of those really good players, trying to grind for one of the top 100 overall, to get one of those 90 overall Bo Jacksons, I would think you would probably be needing to spend quite a bit of program stamina. And again, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to do, because I'm quite sure that even if you're grinding the entire promo, doing as much as possible, like playing 24/7, never letting your stamina hit the cap, guess what? Free-to-play players are going to do that, but pay-to-win players are going to do that too. And because the pay-to-win get all of these extra little bonuses here, as long as there's 100 players that are pay-to-win that are doing the exact same thing as someone who's free-to-play, there is no chance that you're going to finish in that top 100. And that, EA, I got to say, it's pretty crappy that you've completely eliminated the ability for a free-to-play player to have any level of competition towards any of the good things. So let me know what you guys think of that one. But other than that, guys, it's a pretty straightforward promo. I do think, realistically, just from going through a very little bit, I think realistically you can maybe expect, if you're grinding free to play, probably to get, 2 to 3 improvements to your team, maybe 4 or 5, depending on if you kind of decide to keep more of the lieutenants at the 84 overall instead of going for all of those. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts there. I guess final closing thing we'll do in the video, guys, is kind of just look over who I would target, right? As far as if I were going for some of these players that have been added within this program. I think Cam Jordan, would be a pretty decent option. Defensive ends are not that cheap. Offensive line, generally, I'm not really a huge fan of putting my time, resources into the offensive line. I'd rather put it into the defense or skill positions. This Derrick Henry, not bad. Good stats across the board. Decent speed there. TJ Watt, good looking linebacker. It's Matthew Stafford. I still have Lamar, and as great as he is in real life, his card is quite trash. But I tend to want a little bit more speed than that. I want like 72 speed or better usually on a quarterback. But overall, definitely some opportunities to improve it, to improve your team through this one, guys. Go ahead, hop into the promo, get your grind on. The biggest thing is try not to let this number hit 200. When it hits 200, you're not going to get credit for idle time anymore. That's kind of the ceiling on how high that will go. So make sure you log in a couple of times, even if it's just to come in here. Like if you're casual like I am this year, come in here, you have stamina, you've kind of gone through all of those 50 cost chains. Just go in here, find the player you like, play it once, auto win it, spend your stamina there. And it does look like, they'll probably, I haven't done it, they'll probably have like a timer on there, like after you complete all 20, you have to wait a little bit before you can grind that one again. And I would definitely say do these 5 versus 5s. They're going to give you a blank badge, but I think that they're probably going to give you some of those some of those PR tokens as well. The power ranking events, power ranking journey points there. But anyways, gonna end the video there, guys. I love you. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Again, still gonna bring you guys promo breakdowns for every promo that comes out. Play breakdowns, scheme breakdowns, stuff like that. Not as much content as prior years because I'm busy. But again, as long as I'm playing, gonna keep you guys with content. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. I'm Coach Mike, and I'm out.